So if I have to talk about grid, right? So you guys remember in the flex, you have either you put something on the, something like this. If this is the parent box, right? You just flex row will be something like this, correct? Uh, in how many childs are there? It will just get in one row. If there is no gap, it will be just touching to the each other, right? But if there is a gap space, it will be separate like this, correct? That is flex row, and column will be just below that, right? If that is flex col, it will be something like that. So in grid, how it work, right? It is same like a table, okay? So let's say this box is a grid box now, right? This is what grid box. Imagine that this is a grid. So it gives you the freedom, right, to create the column and row by yourself. You first assign the column, right? Let's say I want 3 column inside this box. So I'm gonna have 3 column like this, okay? Equal size column, right? It will just create equal size 3 column. Now you want 4 row, right? 4 row, then the row will be like this. So you can just define the template, okay? Like that. So this is 4 row. The column, this is 1, 2, 3, right? The row is 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Now there is something called line, right? Line. So line start from here. This is the line 1. This is line 2, right? 2. So now if I have 3 box, right? For example, I have 3 div. Just imagine I have 3 div, okay? 3 div, right? Like this, div, div, div. So this div will automatically take, this will be the first div here, right? This will be the second div, okay? And again, this will be the third div, right? See, they will take this space automatically. They fit in the same row, right? In one row, because there is 3 columns, first they will occupy the column. But if I have another div now, right, it will go here automatically. Okay, that is one situation. The next situation might be, right, I want my second div to take this 2 column. You can do that also. So you can start from line 2 until line, this is 3 and this is 4, right? So you can go line 2 to 4. So inside the div 2, right, you can do that. So it will take this. Even you can occupy the column, like div 2 can take down here, right? You can even do this, okay? So where this div 3 can go, it will just move here, right here. After, right, after which one is the space, where is the space available, right? That will just move automatically there. So grid is same like Excel sheet, Microsoft Excel, right? You can define the grid columns and row first, okay? And then you designate your boxes into that grid space. Clear? So that is the grid, right? You can even you can make this one for one box. You can make this whole thing for one box, right? Okay, I have idea now, right? Let's think of this. Normally this is our website, right? Then you create the nav bar on the top. Okay, fine. Then you might have this box here, right? Like this. That's the second row. And then you're gonna have third row, the footer, right? Footer, third row. Clear? So now even you, if you want, right, you can add something like this here on the sidebar inside this center row, and you can add another box here like the main content here. So you can design this with a grid very easily, right? You can have header, footer, and the main section. Inside the main section, you can again you know add different boxes, right, and put it in their proper location. Okay, so it is possible to do with that grid very easily. We just have to learn how to use that. Okay, so let's take some example, right? So basically how you create a grid, now that's the question. So we have learned about the flex. Here is the grid. I mean, this is the display, right? So let me find the display. Where is the display? Here. So in the display, the display of any element, any box, right? So block, inline flex table. So you can make that table also. The grids will be here, right? That is grid. So remember in CSS, we just apply display is grid, but in Tailwind, we just call this class name. This class name equal to this. Like we just calling the class name, right? Predefined class name, and that class name has CSS created already for us. Tailwind tell us, okay, I will give you the class name for every style, right? For every CSS property. For grid, CSS property, basically display is the property, value is the grid. So for that, I will just give you this grid, and you just call this one in your class name, and Tailwind job is to put this during the compile time, right? It will read all the classes and put in the pack in one file, and that file will be shipped to the deployment, right? So we're just writing the CSS, but basically the class names, right? But when Tailwind job is to convert everything into our normal CSS. Okay, so this is what we are learning today. Let's go back and use it. Let's see, not here. So what I will do, right, for now in challenge 8, I'm just going to create one page, because this is route. Okay, localhost 3000 slash ch8, right? I need to go to this route. So this route is linked to this page. You must put page like this, right? Okay, every route must have the page. But if you have any common, like most component, right, like normal component, for example, let's say button, you can create here, right? This is also a component like this, right? But make sure your name is capital. Okay, first character, right? Now this is button. So you can now how to write CSS for button, right? You just maybe you can call the button. There is a button HTML. uh, Click here, and now you can style this, right? Class name bg purple, like that. You can give some padding y, maybe 2, padding x axis, maybe 4, and rounded, like border radius maybe medium, right? So you can click and see border radius is this much, 6 pixels. So you can make it LG also if you want. So there are different size, all that. Okay, and you want to cursor pointer, right? So that is just a pointer. Okay, oh, not pointer, but cursor is pointer. And this is the button ready to go, right? It's like you just created a button, you can use it if needed somewhere, right? So this is not dynamic. We will learn how to create dynamic button. Like basically you can have one button, right? And even you can change the value here. You just pass the value, right? Wherever you use, from that place you pass the value, and that value will be added here dynamically. Okay, but it's okay. I'm just showing you how some most common components we can put in the folder component, but route is always inside the route folder. Okay, which is inside the app, right? Inside the app, and these are the route. So let's get to the let's go here. Now I'll just call this ch8 for now, and I'm gonna inside here, right? Let's do one thing. what I will do is I'm gonna create one div, and before that I will put heading 1 here, and I will say learning grid. Okay, so this is a parent, right? So class name will be grid, like that, simple. In the parent you just apply grid, right? The grid needs now children, right? Children also. So let's say I want to have 3 child here, box 1, uh, like that, box 2, 3, maybe 4, right? Let's put it 4. So the first thing is I want this 4 box fit inside the 3 column, right? Column. So how are you going to create column now? In the parent box, you say grid calls, right? COLS, calls, and give the number. Look at how many columns. There is 12, and maybe there is no column, none, right? So I'm going to make 3 calls, okay? 3 calls, right? And let's add some, let's say, some background color here, right? So you can see the difference. Class name bg red, maybe 400, and add some padding of 2. Okay, so why not I just, okay, fine, let's make it here also. Class name bg purple 300, and give padding of 2. Class name bg gray, maybe 500, and padding of 2. And class name bg orange 500, and maybe padding of 2, right? Okay, so let's go live view and check now, right? So it's already server is online. Yes, let's check now. I don't know how to remove this, always disturb me. Local was 3000, and I have to go, right? I have to go to the route. What is that? CH8, right? So look at here. I mean, learning grid, and there is a box, right? Basically, it has 4 children, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you see that because we have only 3 column. The one first will take first column, second will take second column, third will take third column, and the fourth one start in the fourth column, right? But if I go back and change, just change, right? Let me minimize this. Let me close that item. If I go back here and just change the column to 4, okay? So now column become 4, right? So look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4 all fit in that column. If I make 6 column, right? Then there is 6 column, okay? Equal size column, which you don't see here on the right side, right? And that's why there is a space, white space on the right, but there is 6 column now. So the fourth box 1, 2, 3, 4 shrink down just to make space for the column 5th and 6th. So that's how it works, right? If I just make 2 column, it will, the first one is, the first box is column 1, column 2, then the new row start again automatically, okay? So that's how it works, right, in the grid. So now the point is, let's say for example, you want the first column, right? Oh, let's make one thing, okay? Let's make the maybe total 12 column, right? Let's make that. So see, 12 column, grid 12 column. There is 12 box now here, right? I mean, I can show you by maybe inspect. Let's inspect and check, right? So if you go to the element, go inside the body here, div, right? And so see, I hover on here, right? Look at that. I hope you can see now that small square boxes, right? So that's the grid column, 12 column, okay? Now what I want to do is I want to expand one, right? Take the full space. That is, now this box I want to take full space. How you can do that? Just call, right? Maybe start at one, line one, and call end, right? End, I believe end, yeah, let's put end. So there is, just put column, because remember starting the beginning, the line one, and 12 column end will be 13, right? In 13. So now check. So see, the first one, just take the whole space on the top. That is our header section, right? So I can now go back here and create my header here, header, right? And I can add h1 logo, and then I will go maybe create UL with list item, right? Home and all that. I can do that. I know how to create navbar, right? So maybe you can add a couple of here, and then you just header, class name, flex, item center, justify, not center, right? Justify between, because I want to push both of them away from each other, right? This one left and this one go far away. So it will be something like that, correct? Logo on the left and remaining on the right side here. And then again you apply this flex, right? And then give a gap of maybe 4, and it becomes something like that. So see, my navbar is ready, right? Something simple. Now right, the fourth one you want to have, let's say, to the bottom in the footer, right? So you don't have, let's say you don't have now, you don't have 3, because you want 3 row now, okay? 3 row, right? You don't have that. So how you gonna fix that? So to achieve that goal, right, maybe what I can do is I can, let's learn something more. Let's see. So you just have to think how to design, right? So this is the second one. So here you can say call column, right? Start at or maybe there is something more like call span, right? Span, just make it 3 maybe. So it will take the 3 column, okay? You just take 3 column, right? And now span the third one to all the way, like span maybe how much? The remaining is 9 now, right? 9 column. So here call span maybe 9 and see what happens. Yeah, so it just took all the way, right? So this is our sidebar, this is the main, right? And the next one is the last one, fourth. So you can just, you know, call span 12, and it will just take all the way. So I show you two way, right? How to, like how you're gonna add by call start one, start two, and the shorthand is span, okay? And I will show you here now. Let's go to the, so this is the display grid, right? That is the first one. Then you have to go here. So how to create template column, template, also you can create row if you need it, right? Row, grid, column start and end is like here. So see, call span one, right? If you just put one, it will take one column from your grid. And if I make it 12, right? Or maybe call span full, that will take the whole column. Or make it span 12, 12 means take it all, right? So this is, I mean, easy, unless you want to add like call start one, start at line one on the top, or maybe wherever, right? So the column will be 12 column will be all the way down, right? It will be 12 column. Now every box you want to fit, I mean, if there is no space, it will just go to the next line. So in the that next line is also 12 column, and now you place it how you want, right? That box. So I mean, I hope that is clear, how I place that. The reason it is very, let's say the reason it looks very small there, right? Because I mean there is no enough height inside this layout, right? There is no enough height. For example, let's go back to the layout. So maybe you can change something in the global, right? Here you can say HTML body, right? uh, Height becomes 100%, right? 100% or 100%. Yeah, it's okay. Now, so now HTML body is 100%, but you still need to define, right? Here, so body is 100%. So you have navbar, and this is the child, right? Child is coming from, for example, from here. This is the child, correct? This div. So you might be giving class name height. Let's give a height, right? H2 maybe full, okay, and see what happens if that will increase. Yeah, so it increased the height. So now that box become 100%, right? But the container which containing this height is not increased yet. So that is here, right? This container, that grid, okay. So let's make height of full also. Full is basically 100%, and now it looks something like this. So the problem now, right? Because they all, like, footer don't have size yet, header don't have size yet. So you can define, you can give it, either you can make it one fraction. So I don't know if I can give here, right? Let's see if I can give. So I'm not sure if I can use the fraction here. So you can make it height auto. Let's try, right? Height auto to that one, and also here height auto. So it should just take the height of the content. It did not. Okay. So I mean I can apply one fraction by changing the, let's see, but there should be something, right, in the grid to apply the fraction. Okay. I'm not sure, because let me try. So that is auto flow align self. I mean, for now, what I will do, I'll just put the height something, okay. But there should be like one fraction, right? Like one fr, but it should not work. Let me see if that is okay. No, right? It will not give you. So you can just put a square bracket like this and make it maybe 100 pixel height, right? You can do that, or you can just put maybe 10 something, like 10 or 10 is also a height. We know that. So if you give that, that is a line 40 pixel, right? Height is 40 pixel. Similarly, you can give a height here to the, let's make it 15, right? So by doing that, you will see, something. Okay, I don't know why it didn't change. The footer changed, right? Look at the footer change, but this did not change, right? So the way to fix this, like, you have to change something, right, in the, let's call it, here. So this is the parent, and these are the three children, right? So the first one should be something, second one should be something, right? And the third one should be something, okay? So second, you can make it like height maybe full, so it will push it down, and also make this one height full. This is simple fix, but did not work. So where I have done the mistake, guys, let me check. So maybe this number is not correct. That, let me put a 10, right? Because you have to find the right one, okay? This number, right, must be correct. Unless you want to put the square bracket and give your own like height 200 pixels, something like that, should be okay, right? So you can see now. But still, this did not move all the way, right? This will not take all the way, the whole complete height, okay? So there is a fix for this. How you're gonna design like 3-layer template, right? How you gonna do that? So you can go here and then change something. For now, I don't need this background. Maybe you can delete that, extend, or you can leave it, right? So you must have to extend something, okay? In the config. So what is the extend, right? Let's find out. So I want 3 column, right, of different size. So how I gonna get that? So grid template column. Let me see. Grid template row. Sorry, row, not height, but row right here. Okay. And if you look at here, grid template row. I mean, these are the sizes, right? But how many row you want, right? That's how you define. But let's go down here, and you're gonna find somewhere to extend, right? Okay. So grid template row. I mean, this will be fine. Just copy that, right? So we have not talked about extend. Okay, tomorrow we're going to talk about extend, right? How you're going to extend the design of your Tailwind template. Okay, basically, Tailwind gives you some predefined classes. How you extend that one with your own design, right? So that is what I'm trying to do here. Extend rows with something. So let's copy that, and then I will go to the extend. So this is in the extend, right? This will end here. Just below that, I will place this one. Now I don't want this one. I don't need this. The only thing is I want 3 column, 3 row, right? 3 row. Okay. Grid template row. That is the name of the class. So I have to call grid template rows, and I want 3 rows. But what I want first one, maybe I think there is something. Yeah. I mean, we talk about auto, right? Auto and one fraction and auto, right? So one fraction means basically take all the space, but the remaining first one and second one will be automatically adjusted, right? Just the size of the content, okay? So by adding this, we go back here and then let's call that one now, right? So I'm gonna have 3 columns. So I will say grid calls, right? And then you're gonna find something here. Okay, what is that? Not calls, but grid template. Sorry, guys. Grid. Okay, here. Okay, okay. Was doing mistake. Rows layout, right? Look at that layout. Okay, so it will read that layout from the rows now. That's it. So by adding that, it should change the design, right? So let's try now. So even I don't have to put this height now anymore. Okay? Just take that out, because the first row will be automatically auto. Then the second row, right? Because now we have 3 row predefined. Okay, the second one will be the like one fraction means everything, all the height, and the last one, right, will be auto also. So this is one trick to make 3 column layout, right? Now you look at here. I mean, we have the footer section before, right? But you can see the first header, the main section, and the footer, right? You can create. I mean, that's how you can, like add just the different rows and column, right? By predefining in the config file, okay, in the tailwind config. So this was the simple basic, right, grid, how to use all that, right? Normally in your case, right, what you will be doing is any section, let's say you have many columns and row you want to define, just define the grid and then define the different child row or column, right? Just, like how much span you want to add there, which one will take how much space, all that, right? You just give the class name and it will be automatically added. But you have to just look at and practice a little bit and should be okay. But just remember, grid is similar to, like, first you creating the grid, right? Grid boxes, either row template or column template for the boxes, and then your child element will be adjust there. You can adjust by defining the different, like, you telling the child element, hey, you take this many box, right? And that child element will be adjusted automatically, okay? Or you let the auto flow, right? Let the child automatically take the right grid. You can do that also. So let me stop here for now.